Hello everyone, welcome back to another YouTube video. I hope you guys are doing well. I think I'm gonna call this after work reset or clean with me. I've been trying to get in a better habit of cleaning my apartment when I come home from work. That way I don't have so much to do on the weekend. So this video kind of starts when I come home from work, and I did decide to make a coffee. I'm trying to get better about not drinking as much caffeine. I'm really not a big caffeine drinker, but I figured it kind of set the mood for today's video since I'm tired and I really don't want to be cleaning, so I'm gonna force myself to clean. So I started with some coffee. This video also, you guys, carried over into the next day. I was filming this video on a Friday, and I was, like I said, I was trying to focus on not having as much to do on the weekend. So after I made my coffee, I just went ahead and started some laundry. If you guys have been watching for a while, you know that this is my worst chore, but we have to start with that first to get it going. And this is your reminder, if you're watching this through your TV, your phone, whatever, to just relax, sit back, watch me clean. Or if you're feeling motivated and you want to clean along with me, I hope you guys find inspiration and motivation to clean with me today. We had this cardboard box that I actually took to the door. After I started my laundry, I then went into our living room, and I wanted to tell you guys because I don't think that you guys have seen this rug yet, but I got this rug off of TikTok. When I first put it down, I wasn't quite for sure how I was going to like it, but the more that it's in the living room, the more I walk past it and see it every day, I really do love the way it makes the living room feel. If you're thinking about getting a rug but you're not quite sure, definitely make sure your dog or animals are potty trained. But so far we've not had any accidents on the rug. That was my biggest concern, is that I didn't want to constantly have to clean something. I also mopped in front of our TV. This is the spot that Teddy's pee pad goes. So I don't know if I've talked about this before, but typically when me and Will are at the apartment, I will take Teddy's pee pad up. I don't like to make him like hold his bladder if I know that I'm going to be gone for multiple hours in the day. So I will put a pee pad down for him to use, and that's the only place that he goes. He knows that he uses that, nothing else. When we are at the apartment, we have these little bells on the door, and so whenever we are home and there's not a pee pad down, he just rings the bell and we go outside. Moving on to our kitchen, our one place drop stop everything ends up sitting at is our kitchen table. And what made it worse is we've had this puzzle out. I couldn't even tell you when we got this puzzle. It's been so long, and I'm not so disappointed, but I am disappointed that we didn't get to finish it. I think if me and Will just had more time to sit down at the end of the day and do a puzzle, I think it would be such a fun activity for couples to do if you're like going on vacation or going away for the weekend and you just want something to do. But it just gets hard when we both have a job and we just work a lot, and obviously, so I just went ahead and picked it up so we could have our table back. And then after I finish picking up the puzzle, I'm just going to clear off the rest of our table, spray it down, and move on. once I get our table picked up, I then move on to our little shoe corner. We got this shoe rack, I believe at either Walmart or Home Goods. I'm leaning more towards Home Goods and I really like it. I really need to take these shoes off and kind of organize it more. We just have so many shoes for every day. Like I have my rain boots sitting there because it rained. You just never know the weather in Tennessee, so we have a variety of options. Now I'm gonna go and sweep. I have this, like, you guys know, I've talked about this before. One of my like pet peeves, I feel like, since moving in and like having your own apartment, having your own place, is I really don't like animal hair, pet hair. So I try to, vacuum. I lint roll our couches when I can. I don't know. I don't want people to come in and like feel like they're getting dog hair on them. Which Teddy is actually really, really, really good about not shedding. Like he does shed. I just don't see it that much. So I do try to like vacuum and sweep. But another pet peeve I kind of have is I hate stepping on things in the apartment. You guys know when you like are wearing socks or barefoot or whatever and you step on like crumbs and you're like, ugh, you try to clean your feet off. Yeah, so now I'm putting all of the clothes that were in the washer to our dryer. One thing I will say, you guys, about this dryer, we got this dryer like 2 years ago and haven't found a good way to empty the lint, because when I do take the lint out and empty it, I feel like the lint kind of goes everywhere. The thing that you guys can't see in the video is on top of like where our washer and dryer is, those doors, double doors shut, but right above the double doors is where all the lint collects, like on our wall, where I guess it just kind of like goes up in the air. So I'm trying to figure out a better way where when I do empty the lint, it doesn't just go everywhere like on the floor and where you have to like dust all the time. So if you guys have any suggestions for that, please let me know. But now we're going into the next day, and again, this was Saturday, so I was in my little comfortable clothes, and on the weekends, not on any specific day like Saturday or Sunday, just whenever I get around to it, I do try to wash our bedroom sheets. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do, is put all of our sheets into the washer. Okay, now I'm just getting out the clothes that were in the dryer. These are Will's clothes, and I think I've talked about this before, but Will likes to do his clothes, but he just doesn't get around to folding them half the time. So I'm folding all of Will's clothes, which really wasn't that much anyway, and I was going to be doing laundry, so I was like, you know what, I have to have the dryer, so I'm just going to go ahead and fold and put all of his clothes away. Okay, once I get Will's clothes put up, I head back into the living room, and I actually had some clothes that were sitting on our chair, and these were clothes that were in the dryer, but Will had to put up his, obviously he had to put his clothes in the dryer that I just folded. I'm actually throwing these clothes back into the dryer, and we have a setting on our dryer called wrinkle release, and this just tends to get out all the wrinkles at one time. So instead of putting up all the clothes that were on the chair and then having to go back and iron them out, I think this is just the best method, and it honestly takes 15 minutes to run the cycle, so it doesn't take long at all. But then I'm just picking up Teddy's toys. I feel grateful to pick up Teddy's toys because I think that it's cute to see the toys that he plays with the most, and I hope that you guys enjoy getting to see his toys as well. I've talked about this before, but our coffee table, I know you guys, it looks dirty. The paint's just chipping. When I painted it white, I think that I just didn't sand it enough. I don't think I put a primer on good. I don't even remember what I did, to be honest, but I know that I painted on our balcony, and that was my first mistake because there's never enough room out there. I really just need to sand it down and paint it. Now we're moving on into our couch, and I do try to do this at least every couple of weeks. I like to take off our cushions and just vacuum all of the crumbs and stuff that fall between in the couch cushions. The little handheld vacuum that I'm using is the Black Decker. If you guys are interested in it, I do have it on my Amazon, and it's linked in the description box. But I clean all this off, and then I go and put the cushions back on our couch, and I do run the vacuum over the couch cushions because I tend to flip the cushions. I feel like this just makes your cushions look fresher instead of having that indent of where you sit at, and I also flip the back cushions as well. Okay, now we're getting into the kitchen, and sometimes I'll start with the dishes. I'll unload the dishwasher and then put the dishes from the sink in the dishwasher. Sometimes I'll start with the counters like I am today, and I'll just take everything off the counters. And the reason I like doing this is because typically if there's any dishes that are on the counter, I don't have to go back and put them in the dishwasher. I can just do it all at one time. So you never know what you're gonna get. But today I'm just cleaning up the counters, and I was gonna tell you guys, which I always keep forgetting to tell you this. Whenever I move on to the stove, if you guys are wondering, one of the burners in our stove, I was cleaning out the drip pans, and I went to clean the drip pan on one of the burners, and I noticed that the drip pan was broken. Kind of tell the bottom of it is cracked. So that's why we don't use that burner. We need to call maintenance and get it fixed, but we just haven't. So if it looks weird or odd or cheap, it probably is, to be honest. But I like to put this bamboo cover my grandpa got for me. It's like a stove cover. I also will have that on my Amazon as well if you guys are interested. But with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You found inspiration, motivation. Please don't forget, if you're watching this and you make it to the end of the video, let me know down below that you made it, what your favorite part of the video was, what your favorite chore, worst chore is. Give it a like, and be sure to subscribe so you can catch me in my next video and you don't miss out on that. I love you guys so much, and I hope you are having a great day and you have a great rest of your day as well. Bye guys.